So rin bang umiinit na tension sa West Philippine Sea, hindi ito factor para ma-pressure na kayo na ipasa itong mandatory ROTC?
Una yung word na pressure, I don't think Senate will ever be pressured by anyone or any group of or organization per se. No? I think it will help us understand all the more ano ba talaga yung pinaglalabanan dito sa West Philippine Sea. Unfortunately, and I would say this with all humility, na ang dami nating naririnig, nakakalungkot na kapwa natin Pilipino, iba-iba yung sinasabi. Para hubang wala tayong baseline truth, ano ba talaga yung sa atin. Lagi nating naririnig, for instance, yung salitang EEZ o yung Exclusive Economic Zone. Pero ilan po ba sa atin talaga yung nakakaintindi ng EEZ? Ilan po ba sa atin talaga yung nakakaintindi nitong nakaraang paglabas ng arbitral ruling na nagsasabing atin nga ang West Philippine Sea. Yung ba yung Exclusive Economic Zone, alam po ba ng taong bayan, malinaw po ba sa atin lahat na yung arbitral ruling at yung part ng ating EEZ, kasama po yung Ayungin Shoal, kasama po yung Scarborough Shoal, napakalinaw po nun. Dapat wala ni isa sa atin na Pilipino na magsasabing, hindi pa tapos yan, or questionable pa yung claim na yan. Dapat ngayon pa lang i-reject natin yon. Kasi kahit sino pa ho tayo, no? And again, I'm talking with all humility. Dapat magkaisa po tayo. Hindi na natin kinu-question itong arbitral ruling, itong EEZ. Kailangan ituro ito sa ating mga estudyante habang nire-recite natin yung Panatang Makabayan, habang pinag-aaralan natin yung ating yaman tubig ng ating bansa, yung pinag-aaral natin ng ating mapa, yung NAMRIA, dapat easy to understand na ito'y parte ng ating Exclusive Economic Zone na pagka mula doon sa ating baseline, merong 200 nautical miles ay pag-aari ng Pilipinas. Ganun ho kasimple. Dapat lahat tayo, we are united on this. Kung mag-aaway-away tayo sa harap nung kung sino man, wag na ho natin gawin. Pwede tayong mag-usap na tayo na lang bilang mga Pilipino. Because for all you know, China is on top of all this at ito'y parte ng kanilang estratehiya. Nalulungkot nga po ako kasi as I speak right now, before I came here, ang dami yung nagtatanong sa akin, what do you say about this so-called gentleman's agreement? Anong gagawin natin, etc. Imbestigahan ba ng Senado? Or yung word na imbestigahan, parang merong kagad tayong kalaban na kapwa natin Pilipino. Why don't we unite on this particular matter once and for all? For all you know, this is all part of China's strategy. For instance, the so-called gentleman's agreement. No one believes it is binding. I mean, all of us knew that it's void, null and void to begin with. And can you imagine yung China, the Chinese government, hindi ba nila alam to? Are they that naive na hindi nila alam na pumapasok sila sa isang so-called agreement na hindi naman mapapatupad, na hindi naman ma-honor? Granting without admitting that there's indeed a gentleman's agreement. Do you think China is that ridiculous and, I'm sorry to say this because somehow they're playing dumb na kunyari, i-implement ito. Alam naman nila hindi may implement ito. There is no shred of document that states that this is actually implementable. This is actually something that they can hold on to. Diba? Ilagay niyo yung sarili niyo sa kanila. But why are they doing this? And after so long, ilalabas nila ito. Bakit? Because clearly, they want us na mag-away-away, they want us na ma-divide tayo, they want us na mag-iba-iba ang ating posisyon. And it should not be the case. Mga kapwa ko kababayan, mga kapwa ko legislators, mga kapwa ko parte ng ating gobyerno, ng ating pamahalaan. So again, I'm begging and appealing to all concerned stakeholders. Let us put our acts together and be Filipinos for one time lang. Kahit magkaisa po tayo dahil dambuhala itong kalaban natin. May common denominator po tayo. Ito hindi laban ng ating soberanya at teritoryo. Ito'y laban na ng ating bansang minamahal na Pilipinas.
So sir, na-mention nyo nga na bakit hindi tayo united pagdating dito sa issue ng West Philippine Sea. At bilang example, itong si Davao Representative Pantaleon Alvarez is urging the Armed Forces of the Philippines to withdraw its support kay President Bongbong Marcos, saying na makatutulong daw po yon para ma-attain yung peace and stability in the country. Would you like to comment on that, sir?
I didn't actually hear anything about it. I just heard in the news that they were talking about parang filing of cases, etc., whether sedition, etc. Ako ho, in my own personal point of view, hindi mo mapafilan ng sedition ang isang tao kung yung definition ng sedition kasi may public uprising, tumultuous uprising. So wala naman. So hindi mo mafilan yun, no, ng sedition. But doon naman sa inciting to sedition, baka doon merong may bearing yung sinasabi niyo, no? So that's all I can say, but again, I don't want to belittle what I said earlier as to why we should be united in all of this, especially with the talks and issue of the West Philippine Sea. We can debate on ROTC, we can debate on Chacha, we can debate on economic provisions of our constitution, but when it comes to West Philippine Sea, come on, let's all be united. Anyone who would claim na hindi pasok sa ating teritoryo o hindi natin parte ng Pilipinas ang Ayungin Shoal, ang Scarborough, hindi tayo dapat manahimik dito, hindi tayo dapat magkaiba ang ating pananaw dito sa mga usapin na ito.
Sir, yung panawagan ni Congressman Pantaleon Alvarez, mukhang dahil hindi siya kontento, hindi niya gusto the way na hinahandle ng Pangulo yung usapin sa West Philippine Sea. Kaya ba sa tingin nyo, tama naman yung handling ng Pangulo?
I agree in perhaps most, if not all, of the moves of our president. Wala tayong makuhang malinaw at matapat na posisyon mula sa bansang China when it comes to these talks, these issues. And we can see with our very eyes how they are bullying our ships. Imagine that idea of removing our Sierra Madre doon sa ating sariling teritoryo. Yung pagpasok nila, labas-masok nila sa ating exclusive economic zone, labas-masok nila sa ating teritoryo na hindi ito pinagtatalunan kung kanino. I think for me that's a blatant show of bullying sa ating maliit na bansang Pilipinas. Kung kaya't wala tayong ibang choice kung hindi pumunta at magsumbong sa ating mga kaibigan, sa mga higanting malalaking bansa gaya ng China. At nandyan nga po ang Amerika, nandyan ang Japan, nandyan ang mga ilang bansa sa Europa, nandyan ang Australia. So I don't see any wrong doing on the part of the president to ask for help. And more than anything, I think yung lacking na nakikita ko is that a master plan, a real master plan as to how we would like to handle everything at the end of the day. Ano ba talaga yung main goal natin, no? And this is definitely more than foreign policies or territorial disputes, but as a nation, what do we really want to accomplish? Sino ba yung tumitimon dito, 'di ba? Ano bang talagang plano natin? I saw this when we were in IPU, in different international forums. You know, sometimes naiinggit ka pag nakakakita ka ng bansa na lahat ng leaders nila in international fora, pare-pareho yung sinasabi. Iisa lang yung tono nila. Hindi sila tumataas ng tono pagka sinabi nilang Broadway yung music nila. Yun lang ang kakantahin nila, puro Broadway. Walang magra-rock, walang magja-jazz, walang magpapatugtog ng alternative or slow rock. Ano lang sila, Broadway songs lang. Kasi lahat, yun na sila eh. And to come to think of it, there are some countries na nakita ko din with my own eyes na mataas din yung political tension nila, magkakalaban sila. But when it comes to fighting for their country in international forum, talagang makikita mo iisa yung tono nila. So that's what I've been asking for. And I think it will happen kung meron talaga tayong, di ba, yung nakakalungkot kasi pag sinasabi na, okay, the president, we understand, is the architect of our foreign policy. And now, you replace the president after 6 years, and then you have another foreign policy, di ba? Pero sana may baseline tayong lahat eh. And I think we can start with the baseline truth. What is really ours when it comes to our territorial waters, our maritime zones?
Sir, balikan ko lang yung panawagan na mag-withdraw ng suporta kay PBBM.
Doon pa rin siya.
Pwede ba ito maka-destabilize sa Administrasyong Marcos, or confident ka na professional enough ang AFP at hindi magpapadala sa ganitong pang-uudyok sa kanila?
It always depends on what's happening, no? Baka I am giving benefit of the doubt to Congressman Alvarez. He's a good friend of mine. But I also believe that our men in uniform are professionals. AFP is a professional organization, and they know their purpose. They know why they are here, and ano yung trabaho nila at yung loyalty nila syempre sa taong bayan. At dahil full ang suporta ng taong bayan sa ating Pangulo, nandun din yung suporta nila as mentioned by the AFP Chief of Staff. So I believe in our military, I believe in our government, and I would just say na still maraming challenges, no? And maraming institutions ang tinatry ngayon, maraming agencies, departments of government, tinatry kung gaano sila kagaling, kung gaano sila effective as a government institution, a government agency, a department in the government. But mas tiwala ako sa AFP kaysa dun sa ilang ahensya ng pamahalaan na ngayon ay sinusubok.
Sir, welcome po sa inyo yung nangyari na naval or maritime activities between the Philippines, US, China, Japan and Australia. At tapos nasundan yun ng trilateral meeting. Ngayon, meron din pong plano na expand yung balikatan exercise. Isama na doon sa balikatan exercise
Japan,
ang
no?
Japan.
Yeah.
Yung po ba yung magandang development, sir?
I believe so. I believe so. I agree. And yes, I am in full support on that particular initiative as provided in the joint statement of the defense chiefs ng Pilipinas, ng Japan, US, and Australia. Yung inilabas po nilang joint statement, nakalagay po doon that the joint naval and air drills will strengthen the interoperability of our defense doctrines. It will strengthen our tactics, techniques, and procedures. I think the maritime cooperative activity also hina-highlight nito yung enduring partnership ng mga bansa gaya ng Japan, Australia at Estados Unidos.
Sir, kailangan ba ng treaty kapag isinama na sa balikatan exercise ang Japan or no need?
I don't think yung meron pa lang yung yung reciprocal access na pending sa atin yun, no? Ayun, ninenegotiate pa and then it will go to the Senate. Remember I mentioned that before during that time when the Kishida came here, the Prime Minister, and he even asked for it na kung po pwede na. So nag-start na sila. It's just that the ball is still in the hands of DFA, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
So yun, we support that. We support that reciprocal access agreement.
Pero hindi kaya makaprovoke ito sa China, sir?
No, kasi we are enhancing our defense system. We are preparing ourselves to any eventuality. I think it's important. Parang pag nagkaroon ka ng sasakyan, di ba tinetest drive mo? Kung meron kang bahay na naglagay ka ng security features, tinetest mo yung security features sa loob ng bahay mo to make sure na it works. Kasi ginastosan mo to, binibigyan mo, kinakapacitate mo yung military mo para matuto sila at gumamit ng mga makabagong equipment, armas, etc. So you have to practice it. You have to know na it works, and it's your strategies, your system is actually working.
Question from beautiful Mav.
Hi, sir. Hi, sir. Yung pong reciprocal access agreement, sir, ano pong nilalaman nun?
It's more of exchange of mga good practices. Yung of course kasama din diyan yung binanggit sa atin nung and I don't want to preempt the announcement of the equipment and other grants that they will give us. Part yun if you recall, nung nagpunta kami doon nila Senate President Zubiri, na pag-usapan ito, may mga ilang sinuggest tayo on our end, and then yung mga AFP personnel din na mga pupwede nilang magawa at ma-access doon sa mga sistema na kanilang ini-implement sa kanilang bansa. Malaking bagay yung napunta kami doon, yung if you recall yung tension noon with North Korea. So may mga sinabi sila sa amin na executive information no na talagang what is working for them, and they can only share it with their allies.
Sir, medyo allergic po kasi yung mga tao kapag military bases yung pinag-uusapan,
True.
access to military bases. Ito po ba, sir, magkakaroon din sila ng access sa military bases natin if this is ratified?
Depends, no? Depends kung ano yung kanilang minimithi, what's there for them to gain, no, dito sa reciprocal access. But it's more of strengthening their allies in the Southeast region, no? And we are all aware na meron tayong agreement sa kanila when it comes to yung pareho tayo ng pananaw sa pagrespeto ng international law, at itong nangyayari ngayon na nagirian sa West Philippine Sea, hindi man ito nangyayari sa Pilipinas, nangyayari man ito sa karatig bansa na kapareho natin ng pananaw, we also support these countries, no, na may pareho tayong posisyon.